But aside from that, like yeah, like it's still nice to bring the family back together because like there's still like a strong connection there, regardless of all the drama and whatnot. So, but yeah,
That's
you're right. The expectations, you want to kind of limit that because
yeah.
that puts a lot of pressure on like the host. You can put a lot of
Hmm.
pressure on, like gift giving and,
Yeah.
like a whole, like there's just a lot of drama that comes with that just in general.
Yeah, just a litany of extra stuff that you don't really have to deal with unless you're setting yourself up for failure and you like drama, you know? Don't start doing that, doing the ashes around and, preparing the house to expel demons if you're the demon. I'm just saying, I mean, it could just be you. So, number two, guys, know your triggers. And this is the people tell you this is a liberal word, it's a left leaning thing. Ooh, I'm triggered. But it's an everyday thing for a lot of different people. So anticipate the topics that might ignite conflict and prepare to navigate them. So I was looking at a study on all the people who have family members who are Trump supporters. And, this is just an election season where we thought it was going to go one way and it went an entirely different way. And it's just making us feel a little crabby. It's also making us feel a little bit, anxious about meeting those people who are going to gloat because their guy won. Although we have to figure out why we have to not allow that to trigger us. Do you have anybody in your family, Gigi, who that would trigger you in something like that? And when you go down to the table?
No, no one triggers me on that on like politics.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're that invested and involved in politics without running and trying to participate in doing something productive, you're kind of a little biased and probably brainwashed by like not a specific party, but your specific party, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
whoever it could be left or right, doesn't necessarily matter.
Yeah,
But you got that's the thing. You shouldn't with politics. Man, like I know it affects everyone's daily life, but
it really does.
it's
I don't know why.
the politicians is it's you shouldn't be a fan of the politicians, no matter what.
Yeah, they should just be in there doing their job like they said they were gonna do. That's why we elected them, for
Yeah,
sure.
it shouldn't be like this huge meltdown across the country. Like there's still things set in place. Like he's not going to be a dictator. Like yeah, it's just
It's a lot, bro.
the fear mongering in the media doesn't help. So
Yeah, but the media is what differentiates us. If you think about it, guys, the media they have to sell you a story, and they don't wanna sell you a happy-go-lucky story because humans don't like happy stories like that. We wanna know what's going on in the Middle East, we wanna know who started it, who we're fighting. That's the American that's just as American as apple pie. I mean, it really is. But let's continue on. Number 3, pick your battles. Not every jab deserves a comeback. Let minor comments slide off your back like water off a dove's ass. Don't go looking for a fight if there's not a fight to be had. What do you think about that, Gigi?
oh, definitely. Like again, it kind of goes back into like know your triggers. Like there's a lot of families with rules like you don't talk about money, politics, or religion while we're
Yes.
together. And
Right.
it's for that reason that, just starts an argument that's like, all right, well now, because alcohol is involved,
Oh
so
yeah.
someone's going to say something stupid and
Yep.
here we go. So,
Yeah. We all know what alcohol does to a great old family gathering. I mean, if you and also it's cultural. So it depends on, what culture you belong to, ethnicity or heritage or whatever the case may be. If you're in the black culture, you're going to be drinking. There's going to be some E&J. There's going to be some Grey Goose. There's going to be some Henny. So understand that you're going to be liquored up and that's going to make you have liquid courage. You don't need that. Tone that down and just move on with your day. Have fun. It's about having fun. And actually, it's really just about giving thanks and being grateful for what you do have, not for what you lost or you couldn't find. Number 4 on this one in our big old rambling how to survive the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays is create boundaries. Oh, that's the holy grail. It's okay to excuse yourself politely from heated conversations that you don't want to be involved in. And I think Gigi, you're pretty good about creating boundaries for stuff that you don't want to be involved in. I mean, what do
oh
you
yeah,
think about that?
I'm the
Mhm.
first one to tell you, nah, I'm not doing
I'm
this.
not
I'm not, you know, people can come up to me and be like, you believe this or you condemn whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not,
right.
you know, if it doesn't matter if they're my family or not. If someone comes at me, now I'm pretty reasonable. I can have like a logical conversation, but
Yep.
if someone's like just like trying to attack something, then I'm just like, nah, like once you grow up, then we can have an adult conversation. But I'm not talking
Yep.
to a child. So
Or a douche. We
yeah.
just because you're family doesn't mean you're blood. I mean, theoretically, you are blood, but yeah, I mean, I have members of friends that are, to me, were more tighter, more closer than my family was at the time. So it just depends. I mean, how do you feel about that, right, Mr. Gigi?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like the blood of the covenant runs thicker than the blood of the womb or the water of the womb. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that's a good way
I
to play.
I have I've had better times. I don't want to say better times because that's kind of rude to my family.
Yeah,
But I've
don't be
had
mean.
really good times with my friends around this time of year, which is like us doing like a friendsgiving or something
Right.
along those lines. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about creating boundaries and not wanting to fight. Like, damn, this ain't Jerry Springer, this ain't WW Monday Night
Off the top rope,
Monday Night
bitch.
Raw.
Monday Night Raw. Yeah. But, and you're right though, man. You gotta pick your battles. Blood is thicker than water, I guess. But like Gigi said, I mean, I've had such a blast with my friends on certain occasions where we would just go out and drive, watch the sunset, just stuff that made us feel good. But
Yeah.
the holiday season is so geared towards families now, and it always has been. You gotta kind of figure out because you don't want wars to last for years, and in some of these cases they do. Number 5 is, of course, focus on the good. Remember why we are celebrating. Shared joy, not differences. It's not always a competition. It's not always going to be about us or us against them and them against us. You guys are family. Whether you, we're not going to go into Vin Diesel stuff. You're family. You're family. We're all family. We don't have to do that. But you can pick and choose your family and who you want to stay around and stick around. I mean, that's key. And I think that Gigi's pretty good at figuring that out because he's had to deal with this a lot longer than a lot more so often than most people do. And so have I. So focus on the good. Our number 6 is manage alcohol consumption. Booze and drama go hand in hand. Know your limits. I mean, how poetic, Gigi, because you don't really drink, but
Luckily, yeah, I'm allergic, so
yeah.
allergic to the bullshit now.
You didn't do that bullshit. Fuck that drink. Yeah. That's really key though, guys. You gotta whatever you consume for your vice to whatever it does for you, you gotta make sure that it's not ruling you and speaking for you in these situations for sure. Number 7, use humor. Channel your inner GG with a well-timed joke to diffuse tensions, right? And I think that we forget that sometimes. I think that we forget to infuse humor, show a little levity, be a little less serious. I mean, these times aren't really about seriousness. It's about, wow, it's been 20 years with you guys, or it's been 30 years with you guys. And I'm so happy and thankful you're still in my life, whether it be your friends or your family. You know what I mean? And how do you usually do that, Gigi? I mean, I know we say use humor, but some people out there don't know how to do that, especially at these times. They're very stressful for a lot of people.
Well, it comes to like your mindset. Like if you have a positive mindset, be optimistic, appreciate the little things. That's why it's called Thanksgiving. Like actually don't just fall into the routine of like, okay, this year we're doing the same thing. I mean, like, yeah, if that's the case, like, but don't forget like the beauty behind it.
Right.
And when it comes to like the laughter, I mean, it, that one's hard because like if you have a sense of humor, great, use it. But if you don't, then it's like, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Some people don't have a
it's all
sense
about
of
timing.
humor.
It's all
Yeah,
about comedy's all about timing. That's
it's
pretty much all it is.
timing, stage presence. I mean, jokes have to kick. There's a lot going on. And I'm a former comedian, an ex stand-up, so I could tell you that it's a lot going on, and everybody's not gonna be in on the joke, and everybody's not gonna get the joke, but it's
I
not
like to troll people. Like,
okay.
you
Explain.
know, I like just like make these